If you don't know who I am, you blind. But in case you don't know, I have the pleasure and the distinct honor of being the District 1 Councilwoman, Miss Melanie Rutherford. I come here today to honor not just a man, but a family and a legacy who has been the blueprint for this community, Southside, since as long as I can remember. And so today I want you to take a moment and look at where we are. Today we are making history, honoring a man who was a great father, a great legend, and a great human being, and my mentor. When I took on the challenge really quickly of trying to get this done, I think I called Tim twice a week, every day since I was in council. And I asked for permission to get this done because Mr. Russell believed in me when others didn't. He spoke life into me when others wouldn't. And he gave me strength and endurance to do things that others didn't think I could do. So today, we're not just honoring a man, we're honoring someone that means a great deal to me and who was a father figure to someone who didn't have a father figure. So today, make sure you show your love for what we're doing today. And without further ado, I have the honor and privilege of introducing my guy, my friend, and one of the realest people I know, our great mayor, Mr. Tim Graham.
Good afternoon. This is truly an exciting day, not just for those of us who are assembled here, not just for the Russell family, but for the entire community of Pontiac. Frank Russell was truly a legend and still is a legend here in Pontiac. And I don't use the word legend lightly, but he is a legend. He is somebody who was truly a pillar of the community for decades, someone who was a true Renaissance man. We don't see a lot of people nowadays who have the breadth of interests and talents that Frank Russell did. Mr. Russell was obviously an athlete who played in the NBA, but he was more than just an athlete. He was a journalist. He was a publisher. He was a community leader and mentor. He was somebody who did a lot of effort when it came to making sure that more black businesses, more businesses that had historically been underrepresented had a place at the table. He was somebody who believed deeply in more workforce development and lifting up people no matter what their station in life was, no matter what their background, no matter how difficult of a life that they've had. He was all about making sure that the community and he in particular were lifting them up and giving them a real opportunity to succeed. And so all of us here in Pontiac are really indebted to Mr. Russell's leadership. His legacy continues to live on and will live on through certainly the rest of all of our lives here, because he left a real impact here in Pontiac and touched literally thousands of lives here in the community. And so this is just a great opportunity to honor Mr. Russell. I want to thank Councilwoman Melanie Rutherford for really making this sign unveiling a priority. She certainly ushered it through City Council and made sure that despite all of the shortages right now, all of the supply chain challenges that we face, that we were able to get these signs done before the end of the year and get them installed in time for this unveiling. So I do want to also acknowledge our DPW department, which really prioritized this as well. This has been truly a team effort, and we're so honored to have so many members of the Russell family here with us to celebrate Mr. Russell's life and legacy and to help us commemorate that by unveiling today's sign. I want to invite up a key member of the Russell family, and that is Mr. Russell's son, Raheem Russell.
Right there.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come out today. It's truly an honor to see all you guys here at this event for my father, Frank. I know he's looking down on us right now, seeing and he's pretty pleased and blessed to turn out here today. Again, as Mayor mentioned, he was a pillar in the community, and I'm starting to get a little emotional right now.
Take your time. Take your time.
My mom and I, brothers and sisters, the whole family actually, we're missing them tremendously. Again, just want to thank you all for coming out today. It's a pleasure to see this beautiful face. All right? Again, thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Michael Campanella Russell. And I'm saying that because, a lot of people, refer to me, call me Campy Russell. And I've always wanted to let people know who I am, as opposed to what you thought, who you think I am. And I am Michael Campanella Russell.
All right.
And I'm really thrilled to be here this afternoon, primarily because of two things. One is definitely my brother Frank, but the second is because of my dad, Jake Russell. And I'm here to say that, Jake Russell's attitude was about wherever you are, you need to impact the area that you are, wherever it is. I live in Cleveland now, but I still belong to this community because this is where I come from. This is who I am, is where we're standing right now. This is who Frank is, where we're standing right now. So for me, it's a pleasure to be here and to speak a little bit about our family, about our dad, about my brother, about my sister-in-law here, about my nephew back here, about my cousins, my other cousins here, because we're all part of this community. And because of this, we're happy to be a part of this signing of my brother, because there's no question in my mind, my brother impacted all of us. I mean, all of us. No matter who you are, no matter what you may have thought of him, how you may have looked at him, he impacted everybody. And it was all for the good. It was never for any bad. And I think that's one of the things that we all have to look at and understand, that it was never bad. It was always about what can he do to help someone. And I think that's the way I believe, and I know that's the way we all were brought up. All 7 boys and 3 girls were all brought up to be an impact person wherever community you were in. And Frank just happened to continue to carry that on. And I'm sure my family, my children, Frank's children, Frank's grandchildren, they will continue to impact this area or wherever they may go. So again, Mary, I'm happy to be a part of this. I know Frank has been just the strength of a lot of people. The strength of a lot of people. And because of his strength, we all stand here right now honoring Frank Russell. So again, thank you all for coming out and being a part of this. Mary, thank you for being the wife, the sister-in-law, the mother that you have been. And continue to do that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, Ken. All right, Ken. Let it mean, Michael.
Hello, my name is Leonard Cole. I'm also the first cousin of Frank and Kathy. And Frank and I, we came up together and played in sports, went to college together at Oakland Community College, broke some records there. But the main thing about this commemoration is that it gives us an opportunity to change the paradigm, not only in this community, but in Pontiac. So many of the street names around here are named after people that we don't know or necessarily recognize. And it's an opportunity to use Frank as a catapult so that we can build a social capital in this community by bringing in, by naming some of the other great people that were also in this community. People like Dr. Cooley, people like Charles Tucker. We even have some other council members in this community, like Emmett Elliott. So we can begin to give these names of these streets meaning and social capital so that we can begin to build something from there that will make this community more vibrant and make the children in this community and give them something to be more prouder of. And so I really thank Mary for giving me the opportunity to speak about this, because I think it's very important for this community and very important for the uplifting of the people in this community. So thank you for this opportunity.
And now, I dare say, the most important member of the Russell family, the matriarch of the family, someone who I have deep respect for and affection for, someone who I know is deeply respected throughout the entire city of Pontiac and beyond, and that's our dear friend, Mary Russell. Mrs. Russell?
Right. Come on, Auntie.
Good afternoon, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming out and commemorating this day with us, honoring my husband, Frank Russell. He was truly a legend. He was truly a man who cared about his community, his family, and he also gave his all to everybody. He never half-stepped. And he saw the good in you, he pulled you to the side, and he talked to you about the goodness of it. If he had to write resumes or references for you, he would have you in tears, because his references would be so touching and from the heart. So I want to thank his daughter from another mother, as he called her, Melanie Rutherford, for staying on top of this effort. I also like to thank the city council people who passed this memorable signage unanimously. There was no question about them passing this memorial signage. I'd like to thank the mayor, Grimer. He is the best person that I have met this year. If he say what he's going to do, he would do it. He's a man of his word, and I love him for that. And I'm his #1 fan. I also like to thank my family who has held me up. I'm doing pretty good, although I do get emotional a lot. But my family has held me up, made sure that I can get through the day. It's been almost 16 months since my husband has passed, but I'm doing well. I am. Thanks for the prayer. Thanks for the phone calls everyone has given me. Thanks for the cards, and they still coming. So thank everybody. And everybody already said what I was going to say about Frank. So thank you again for coming out. I love everybody that's here today. And if anyone else want to have something to say, you're welcome to come to the mic. Thank you again for coming.
Hello, my name is Chad Craig.
Get to the mic, Chad.
Frank is my favorite.
Oh, no.
Hello, Chad Craig. Frank, he's a great nephew. Him and my niece, they're beautiful people. They love people. And I love him and the whole family. And thank the mayor and everybody else come out. We remember him from now on. We ain't gonna forget him because that's my son. I call him nephew, but he's my son. God bless all of y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
This is one of my aunt, my mother's sister, who's held me up. She came over and stayed with me forever. I have a daughter who lived with me for 5 months after Frank died, making sure I was okay. And this lady right here, I love her heart.
Just quick, Aunt Ruby. Aunt Ruby, I was just saying something because Frank would probably say, "Why didn't you say something, Aunt Ruby?" So, but I love his heart. He was a great man, and I know if you ever knew him or talked to him, you would think the same thing too. God bless each and every one of you, and continue to pray for one another and love up on each other, because I know that's what He would have us do. Okay? All right.
Thank you, real fast.
This is my cousin Carolyn, another one that made me get up in the morning and make sure I ate and make sure that I was okay. Carolyn, thank you. Everybody thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to take you back down memory lane. Some of you were at Frank's 70th birthday party, and I did the decorations. And I had to figure out a theme for Mr. Russell's birthday. The theme ended up being a beacon of light. I had lanterns and candles, and I had to tell Frank to his face, you are a beacon of life and light to a lot of people that you don't even realize you've touched. Looking out over this crowd in this cold weather, he is a beacon of light. And let his light shine. Let his light shine through you, through your children, through your grandchildren. And oh yes, we have great-grandchildren. This is a legacy that is in the making, and God bless each and every one of you. Allahu Akbar.
So at this time, we're going to have Mr. Raheem Russell climb to the top. We're going to count to three. We're going to do it loud. 1, 2, 3. You got it. You got it. All right. Release the balloons at this time, honoring the memory of the late, great Mr. Frank Russell. So at this time, when this is over, we're going to have a luncheon for Mr. Frank Russell. It's going to be at 45810 Woodward Avenue. We did the balloon release, and then we're going to have a program. So you guys are all welcome to come again and eat and fellowship. So let's give a hand one time for Mr. Frank Russell. Thank you so much.